So I've been very open with the fact that I think that the Pocket 3 is a phenomenal camera, and in fact, it's quickly becoming one of my favorite cameras of all time. It is an incredible piece of kit that I highly recommend. If you don't have it and you're looking for a camera, you consider this even over something like a full frame that might be in like the $800 to $1,500 range. I think this one stands toe to toe with a lot of those cameras, especially when you look at the fact that this thing is stabilized. You don't have to add anything. It's so lightweight, it's so portable. I tend to grab this more often than not if I'm going to film something. Definitely fits a void in my camera lineup, and it's just honestly a pleasure to use. Now, they did release a new firmware for the Pocket 3 back in February. It is now March that I'm doing this, but I still wanted to get this out to folks that watch my channel because I think some of the upgrades are rather impressive. So if we take a look at some of the firmware details, you'll notice one of the big things that they did here was they actually included an update to the zoom feature. Now they're calling it their medium telephoto mode. And we always had the ability prior firmwares to zoom in 2x, but the problem there is we're taking a 4K image, and they're basically just cropping it to get that zoom. And in doing so, you're gonna lose a lot of your texture, your quality, and certainly your resolution. Now, through some type of wizardry, they're actually able to give us a lossless zoom. So a 2x 40mm equivalent zoom without losing any of that detail, and definitely without losing any of the resolution. It will be at 4K as well. So I wasn't expecting this at all. I didn't even hear this as being such like a huge issue. I think a lot of us who shoot on handhelds are just used to not using that and doing zoom in post. Much better way to do it. But now we can actually use the joystick to zoom in and out. I think this is a great feature add, and I'm happy that they did it. The other thing they did was added breathing compensation feature. And this just refers to if you shoot on the Pocket 3, you probably run into this, where sometimes it has trouble just figuring out, do I need to focus on what's in front of me or what's behind the subject, the foreground? What do I need to do, the background? And it just confuses itself, and it will just kind of be like in and out and have that focus breathing, and it's ruined a lot of my shots. So to compensate that in the past, we would just do fixed focus, and you can actually just select what you want to focus on the screen, and it will hold that focus. That doesn't work really well when you have a moving subject or you're moving through a scene. So I'm really happy that they've added this compensation feature. The next feature is really to do with a lot of streamers or people that use this as a webcam. You can now have it display in 10-bit and also in DLog. Now that's important. 10-bit's important for color grading, also for the quality. I think it looks a little bit better. But having the ability to do DLog, for example, for a streamer that may want to really control the look, they can just drop on like a LUT inside of OBS, and then they have that kind of live LUT going on. Now, I will caution you if you're going to try it, just make sure you have a good studio where you don't, like me, I have sunlight coming in here. So like if a cloud went by, it would throw off the exposure. And it might just make that look a little wonky. If you had a LUT on there, it might look a little too dark or a little too orange or whatever it is. So just be cautious when you're using that feature. If you're doing something live, just make sure you're in a controlled environment. They made some other adjustments here where they give us the ability to background download when we're using the Mimo app. It doesn't need to stay up and running to download something. They give us the ability to take some screenshots off the videos, nothing too crazy there. And then these dang minor bugs. They're always fixing the minor bugs. So there you have it, rapid fire. I am a few days late, just got kind of busy, but I really think that these upgrades deserve attention. I really do appreciate the fact that DJI, unlike these other companies, is giving us stuff even afterwards. I mean, we're nearly 2 years in, and they're giving us new features on top of it. It's not trying to force us to buy another camera, for example. Now, I get it. There's rumors of the Pocket 4. I've seen all these AI images. I don't necessarily know if I'd fall for it. I mean, there's a chance that we may see something at the end of the year, or more likely a year from now is probably when we'll see it. So I just can't see it launching in the summertime personally, but I've been wrong many times before. But these images that I'm seeing, it makes me chuckle. I don't think they're the real images at all. So regardless, even if they are planning, and certainly they are planning on coming out with another Pocket 4, judging on the success of the Pocket 3, well, I just really appreciate a company that's just saying, well, we'll just sit on this success. No, they're actually advancing it. They're giving us more for our dollars. I strongly suggest you test out some of these features. You update your camera. You can use the joystick now to zoom in and zoom out. Hey man, if anything else, at least that adds a little bit more fun. Anyways, I'm Hill Phantom. I'll see you next time.